Jung's concept of archetypes grew out of his observations of repeating patterns of thought, theme, and form that reoccurred time and time again across countries, continents, cultures, and most importantly, across history. These repeating patterns were widely manifested in art, architecture, and cultural imagery. Jung identified and then articulated the deeper ancient origins of many of these repeating patterns. He called these original patterns archetypes. It needs to be mentioned here that Carl Jung was truly a lifelong seeker of knowledge. In addition to his medical and psychiatric training, Jung was well read in other diverse disciplines such as Eastern philosophy, anthropology, history, and theology. This broad-based knowledge led him to the theory that archetypes were actually inherited ancient forms, selectively inhabiting the unconscious mind of our entire species. And this was apparently without regard for space or time. His own confrontations with the unconscious, recorded in the Red Book, led him to conclude that he personally had seen visions and dreamt dreams that were timeless psychic forms shared with both our ancient ancestors and our future descendants. Archetypes themselves can operate in different ways. For example, basic archetypal narratives like creation or redemption or even the quest for truth, or archetypal forms like circles or pyramids, are evident worldwide and active throughout the entire history of man. But as a foundation for the conscious expression of human identity, it is archetypal figures that we are most familiar with. This is a list of basic archetypal figures that have grown out of Jung's paradigm. Just take a moment and have a look at this. I want you to think about your own life in the context of these archetypes. Can you recall your earliest childhood recollection of any of these archetypes? Is there any way to explain why some or even one of these archetypes resonates with you more than the others? Can you recognize the various ways that you might act out your personal archetypes and actually become them in your conscious world? Carl Jung would have been adamant that these questions could be asked of any person at any time, past, present, or future.